It is one of the most common nerve disorders people suffer. Carpal tunnel syndrome affects roughly 8 million Americans a year. The good news, it's one of the most treatable conditions.
I was cutting all the tile, working like crazy long hours, and my hands started to go numb.
Rachel Sandberg is a registered nurse at the Orthopedic Specialty Hospital in Murray. She found herself needing the same care she's used to giving at Intermountain Tosh.
The kicker that made me come in was I started to not be able to feel pulses. When I was doing things, I couldn't even feel the pulses on my patients.
Classic symptoms of carpal tunnel syndrome include numbness or dull ache in the hand, tingling or burning in the fingers, and weakness when gripping objects.
Very common. Right. Yeah, I see 10 new patients a day with it.
Dr. Dan Hammond, an orthopedic hand surgeon at Intermountain Tosh, says genetics and repetitive motions all play a part in carpal tunnel syndrome, which is especially common among women.
In fact, depending on the study you look at, 70 to 80% of individuals that get it are women. And there's just a genetic factor to that. The wrists are a little smaller. Obviously, hormones can play a difference.
When this space is small and the blood supply to all the nerves in your hand is constricted, you have limited blood supply.
But there are treatment options.
Like wearing a brace at night and explaining what it is. Sometimes once people understand what it is, they can just deal with it and it's not that bothersome.
Injections can work for a while too, but Rachel's case was more severe. She didn't have to go far when she decided on surgery for both wrists.
I tell people when the symptoms become so severe that it's really controlling your life or you're thinking about it every day or it's very bothersome, it's time to get it fixed. And surgery is a permanent cure. The bones form a U, ligament across the top.
He goes in underneath and just slices that ligament and just goes twang and opens wide up, great blood supply, and no more numbness, no more pain. It's absolutely fabulous.
Well, Dr. Hammond says don't wait too long to take action because numbness can become permanent. Dr. Hammond noted something else interesting. He's seen patients who have smart watches who suffer from carpal tunnel syndrome, and he says the devices have a power source that can aggravate your condition. He tells people to switch hands, and sometimes that does the trick.